There we go. What's up, big block? Happy Sunday. And here I am, the guy, the face behind all of the videos, Mr. Wolf, in the flesh. I'm going to jump on here and I'm going to tell you guys a little backstory about myself. I feel like you guys should know who Mr. Wolf is and get in on a little more personal level with the guy that you're listening to on the other end. I spent all day here Sunday just going over some charts, messing around, creating a couple little intro videos like this one that you're seeing right now, and just updating, the Trading Learning 101 interface a little bit. All right. But what got me wanting to make this video, and it got me pumped up today, I was listening to some music, going through some charts, listening to Pantera, Nirvana, Audio Slave, just getting real pumped up. And I cannot explain the feeling that you get when you start understanding this game and you start being self-efficient in yourself and in your trading, being your own boss. The feeling that it gives you. You don't have to go and work for somebody else anymore. You work for yourself. You have that freedom. You do whatever you want. You work as much as you want. To me, this isn't work. Trading, streaming with you guys, talking about the stock market, this is not work for me. This is a passion. So, I've been trading now for over 5 years. I've been learning, a student, day trading for over 5 years. I've been making YouTube videos on YouTube for going on 3 years now. So my first 2 years of learning about the stock market, I sucked. I was horrible. I would consistently lose money. People at work did not believe in me. They did not believe that I would be able to successfully do this, but I stuck with it. Haters are gonna hate. I listened to motivational videos, motivational books I read. I watched a lot of Tim Psych DVDs. So before I got into day trading, I used to work the dock at Old Dominion Freight Lines. I don't care about telling you guys where I used to work. I did that for 5 years. But then before that, I was actually a truck driver. Not a lot of you guys know this. I used to drive trucks. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures. So this picture right here is from my Facebook. My personal Facebook. You guys can find me under David Nutt. There's my name right there. That's Mr. Wolf, aka Mr. Wolf. So this picture was back in 2014 in truck driving school in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It was miserable. That year was one of the coldest winters ever. And every single day, it was like -5 degrees. And we would have to stand outside in this picture like this and drive these trucks just back and forth, back and forth. And there were probably like 200 students in this class. The school paid for our hotel. They put us up in Extended Stay America. I was there for 2 months. And going through this school, I had a lot of stress going on. I didn't know if I was going to pass. I was freaking out because I'm driving a big tractor and truck. And I stuck with it every day. It was cold, very, very cold. But I eventually got my license, my CDL license. And there's me right there, back in 2014. I was a proud CDL Class A holder. I drove for PAM Transport because they paid for my schooling. And I did that. I drove for PAM for almost a year, going over the road. And when you're not the world, the United States, mostly the eastern states, I would go to uh, California, Arizona, Texas a lot. It was a lot of back and forth from Michigan to Texas delivering car parts. But I hated it. You would be gone 3, 4, 5 weeks at a time, and you would come home for maybe 1, 2 days, and then you'd go back out for 3, 4, 5 straight weeks. Living in a tractor, you're living check to check when you're just starting out. I think I was making at PAM Transport maybe $700 a week. And when you're stopping at these truck stops, you're showering at these truck stops, it gets expensive really, really fast. They like up the prices on everything at these truck stops like 30, 40% compared to the traditional gas stations that you go to. So they just destroy truck drivers at these truck stops with the prices of everything. And that's why you see a lot of them go to Walmarts. You know, they load up on stuff like that. So Kevin McCann says, I signed up for Nitro. That will give me access to most of the Discord group. That has nothing to do with the Trading Learning 101 Discord group. That Nitro, that's Discord on its own. That's totally on its own. That's if you like other servers that you're in, you boost those servers to help those servers out. On my Discord server, you don't have to boost the server because I've boosted the server all the way up to level 3. So if you wanted to join the Discord, you have to sign up on the YouTube channel Trading Learning 101. And you see that start here up here? You click on that. There's a welcome. There's even a welcome video here. And there's a membership right here. And it explains how you become a part of this community. So you sign up on the Trading Learning 101 YouTube channel, either the Discord chat room or the Day Trading Masterclass. And then once you do that, you send Mr. Wolf, which is me, a private message with your YouTube username, and then we unlock the Discord for you. So it's all the information should be right here in the Start Here section. When you go into Discord itself, see right here, I've boosted my own server 27 times to unlock everything for everybody. We can upload more data and files to the group. We can have, our animated emojis, HD quality videos when I live stream on Discord. You don't have to worry about none of that. So just to get that out of the way. So back to my story here. So I drove for PAM Transport for about a year, and I hated it. I thought I was getting underpaid. I understood the part that I was a new truck driver, but for being out that long and just driving nonstop 80-hour weeks, that's a truck driver's work week. You don't get paid per hour. You get paid per mile. So I think I was getting like 7 pennies a mile. And when you're running 600, 700 miles a day, it adds up, but you need more miles to get paid. And I just hated it. So then, Look, I busted my face open right here the first day with my trainer because on the back of the trailer, they have these latches that you hit up on it and the handle swings out so you can open the door. So my dumb butt goes back to the trailer and I hit up on it and there was pressure on the door. And when I pushed up on the handle, it swung out and just smacked me right in the face. My first day with my trainer on the job. So that was fun. But I got to see a lot of the United States. That was one of the perks of being a truck driver. And this is all in New Mexico. I've been to Texas so many times, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Las Vegas, Utah, California, uh, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia. I've been everywhere across the United States. So I've got to see all the different states, all the different cultures around the United States. That was a good perk of the job. But it got really boring. It really did. Because it was literally drive for 8 hours and sleep. Drive for 8 hours, sleep. Drive for 8 hours, sleep. There's a picture of some of me and my family when I was coming home. My beautiful sister and my niece. And my family was a great support while I was out doing this. There's me in probably I was in Irving, Texas. And this was back in 2014. So then I drove for Pam, and then here's some more pictures of the cities. I think that this is Las Vegas. Yep, this is the Las Vegas Strip. All in Las Vegas. So I got to see a lot of the United States, and they had slot machines in the truck stops in Vegas. So they literally brought gambling all to you. And this was in Colorado, a truck stop in Colorado, Denver, probably staying at a hotel right there, and then some home time with the family. And that's my beautiful niece right there. Birthday party. But then after I drove for Pam, I went into flatbed trucking. And I'll show you some photos. This was my tractor and trailer right here. And I did enjoy flatbed trucking. It was a lot of fun. And it was more physical than just sitting in a tractor with a dry van, just driving. With the flatbed, you had to tarp your load. You had to strap your load, make sure it was secure. I hauled a lot of drywall. Sometimes I would do steel rolls. It was a lot of fun. I actually enjoyed flatbed trucking and the workout that came with it. But I did flatbed for maybe almost a year, and I was making good money with flatbed. I was making just over $1,000 a week doing flatbed, and I was home every single weekend. But the thing is, with flatbed, every week they have you on a schedule. So if you fall behind any on your schedule, you're going to get home on the weekend later. So you would be busting your butt all week to stay up to schedule and ahead of schedule to be going home possibly Friday night. But if you fell behind, you were going home Saturday morning, Saturday evening. So that's the thing that sucked with flatbed truck driving. You're just constantly on the go, 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 full speed ahead. And there's me in front of my tractor. Like I said, I really enjoyed flatbed. I had a dedicated run. I would always just run from Michigan to Indiana, Chicago, Wisconsin. That was my area right there. Sometimes I would go over out to Pennsylvania, but that was a rare occasion. And then there's somebody loading me up. And then I have a story about flatbed trucking. There's one of my tarped up loads. Yep, Kevin McCann just private message me on Discord with your YouTube username, and I'll unlock the server for you. All right, buddy? Kevin McCann. I should have a link to the Discord group down in the video description. All right, so back to the story. So this is it right here. So at the time when I was flatbed trucking, I had a girlfriend at the time, and one of the dogs just passed away, and I was all the way out in Wisconsin. So I called up my dispatcher and I said, "Hey, I just my girlfriend's dog just passed away. We were close with this dog. I need to be home and with." So he said, "All right, I'll see what I can do." So I'm in Wisconsin, so they had me flatbed drive from Wisconsin all the way to Chicago. And then in order for me to go from Chicago to Indiana, they had me take a load to downtown Chicago. So I'm like, man, come on. I'm all freaking out. Downtown Chicago. Looks like the stream just disconnected. We back on? We all good? Sometimes I'll get a notification here on Streamlabs. The stream will disconnect and reconnect. Let me just see real quickly if the stream's okay. All right. So they had me take this load to downtown Chicago, and I'm all freaking out, not knowing where this specific building is. I have these huge buildings all around me, impatient drivers cutting me off, not having patience for me in this big flatbed trailer. So I'm driving down this busy downtown Chicago, and I come across the warehouse to my right, and it's really, really tight in downtown Chicago. It's pretty much just like downtown New York City. Even though New York City, that's just on a times 100 bigger scale, it's still crazy and freaking out. So instead of keeping it going and turning around, I'm worried about running into low clearance bridges. Because if you're a truck driver, they always preach if you're in a small city or town, know where your surrounding area is, because there could be a low clearance bridge right around the corner, and you do not want to run into those. So my dumb butt sees it, not thinking I'm turning right into this. You're never supposed to turn right into a entrance, or you as a truck driver, at all cost you want to try to avoid turning right, because remember, you're a long trailer and you don't make those turns like a car. So I make that turn and I run right into a fire hydrant, and that's how I did this. Talk about being embarrassed and ashamed, and putting myself now even further behind to get home. So that's what happened right there. Completely bent the rim, ripped the tire right off. It was just embarrassing. Look at that. Look how that rim, I just went boom right into that fire hydrant. And thankfully, I did not rip that fire hydrant off. If I would have done that, I would have been there all day, all night, and probably would have gotten a big fine for that. So that was embarrassing. And then I had to throw the tire on the flatbed and then drive it to the Indiana terminal. So I did flatbed for 8 months. And then I quit. I got tired of it. I knew it. I was just depressed. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was tired of being away from home for long periods of time. I was tired of just going and going and going. So I quit. And at this time, I was like 25 years old, 24 years old. So I quit. I moved back home with my mother, and I lived in her basement. And that's when it hit. I was at rock bottom, living back at my mother's house in her basement. And I did not want to go back to working a minimum wage job. No local trucking company's going to hire me because I didn't have enough experience under my belt. And I'm thinking, I just wasted all this time the past 3-4 years getting my license and trying out this new career and not liking it. So then I call up a buddy and he hooked me up with a job. And he got me in at Old Dominion Freight Lines as a dock worker. Now, if you guys are out there looking for a job, a good starting job, and I'm not promoting them guys or anything, I'm telling you, Old Dominion Freight Lines established me in my life. It really did. You're not going to go anywhere where they're paying dock workers $30 an hour to load and unload trailers. Most places are going to pay like $15, maybe $20 if you're lucky. So with Old Dominion Freight Lines, those guys hiring me, I was with those guys for 4 or 5 years. They really established me in life. And from there, somebody introduced me to the stock market with the Robinhood app. And this was 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And then from that day on, I never looked back. I dove into it. I learned everything that I could. I started up a YouTube channel. I just fell in love with the stock market, finance, day trading, creating a community. And here we are, 5 years later. So back to Old Dominion Freight Lines. They really established me. They got me out of my mother's house. I was able to go off on my own, get my own place, get my own car, put money money in the bank, got good benefits. So what I did that whole 4 or 5 years I was with Old Dominion, I banked money, I stashed as much money as I could, and I sacrificed time and sleep. I would work at Old Dominion for 8-10 hours a day, 6 days a week. And then outside of that, I would be in the stock market, getting that screen time in, watching any video and book that I could get my hands on. And I just educated myself. I just kept going and going and going and going. And then when I started to get the hang of this and the stock market, I seen consistent money start rolling in. I had consistent revenue rolling in from YouTube. I had consistent money from merch coming in, Discord. the memberships, multiple sources of income, day trading profits. So I have all of these different money revenues that I've opened myself. Then it started to be more than what Old Dominion was paying me. Put my 2 weeks in, walked away. Best decision I've made in my life. And here I am. I did it. I'm still on my journey, but if I can do it, you guys can do it. And that's the honest truth. You just have to sacrifice time. You have to obsess with this and just study, 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 study. I was out here on YouTube when I first started making videos that would only get 10 views tops. Posting this from 2019, maybe only getting 15 views on it tops. But I kept going and going and going. And it's like the snowball effect. The more content that you put out there, the more people that start to come, they tell somebody, then they tell somebody. That person shares it to 2 people. Then those 2 people share it with 5 people. And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's my story. It was a long 5 years to get where I am. But you guys can do it. You can. That's what got me pumped today. I'm listening to Pantera. You know, I'm a metalhead. So Rob Zombie, Metallica, you know, that stuff gets me fired up and motivated. And it really got me to thinking of everybody at my old job who laughed at me when I started all of this. And I told them I was day trading. They looked at me like a degenerate gambler. They said I'd never make it. And there was one guy, his words always stuck with me. And I really took that and ran with it. And you want to know what he said to me? He said, "Give the day trading up, man. You'll be at Old Dominion the rest of your life. Admit it." When he said that, I laughed with him. But inside, that just lit the fire to be like, screw you, dude. I'm going to do this. And that pushed me harder and harder. I would stay up, run off 3-4 hours of sleep, wake up every single day for the stock market. Even when I would lose and blow up an account, I would still show up the next day. I was discouraged. I felt like crap. I wanted to quit multiple times, trust me. But it's like I heard many other traders say, do not quit. Don't quit. One day, all of this stuff is just going to click and you're never going to look back. It's the truth. I studied and studied and studied, and it just wasn't clicking for like 2.5 years straight of just absorbing all of this education. And I just felt like it was everywhere. Like, am I ever going to get this? I'm tired of losing. Depositing check after check into my trading account, blowing it up. And then just one day, it just consistent, pulling in money, pulling in money, pulling in money. Run into a loser, cut it, move on, pulling in money. And just things just started rolling. And I ran with it, and I really took it, and I said, all right, now I got a good ground going. Now let's keep going and push even harder. I cut every single negative person in my life out. I went on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. People that you known in high school and you haven't talked to in years. People that talk crap behind your back, cut them out of your life. They do not benefit you. You want to surround yourself with good people that you look up to, because it's all about energy in this life. It's all about who you surround yourself with. So I did that. I cut out every single person that didn't benefit me in my life. Every single negative person. You see someone post just negative thoughts and dark posts on social media, get rid of them guys. They're just going to bring you down to their level. You don't want to go down to that level. You want to be above that. Watching motivational videos, reading self-help books, telling you guys, it's a trip. So I wanted to break down this video and really show you guys who Mr. Wolf is, who is the guy behind this image right here. Who is the guy behind this? This is me. And I would show my face a lot more. I really would. But the thing is, and it's not professional, and it's a bad habit, and I'm not advertising it, but this right here, I'm a smoker. So it's unprofessional to be on stream running a business while you're smoking a cigarette. You know? And it's highly addictive. It's bad, I know. But right now in my life, I'm not ready to quit. I'll be ready to quit when that time comes. So now you guys know who Mr. Wolf is, who David Nutt is. That is my name, David Nutt, N-U-T-T. Go back into here, go to my channel, go to the About. I started this channel on June 25th of 2018. So we are approaching the 3-year anniversary coming up in June for the YouTube channel. I've been trading for over 5 years. So my first 2.5 years, I studied, educated myself before I even started this. I see people out here starting at day 1, starting up a YouTube channel, and they're trying to teach people, and they don't even know what's going on. So you gotta be careful who you learn from. That's the honest truth. Because we all know, once you learn a habit, it's hard to break that habit. So if you pick up and learn a bad habit from somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about, it's gonna screw with your head. And I tell a lot of people, the 2 people that really put everything together for me when I was first starting out was this guy right here. A lot of people hate this guy. But if you go back and watch his videos from 5+ years ago, his old content, it's gold. I love the way this guy talks. He motivates you and pushes you to want to learn this. This is where I get my talking from and how I talk to you guys. You guys like how I talked. I don't hold no BS. I say it the way it is. And I just give it to you guys pretty much. I'm not here to fluff. So this guy really pushed me and got me going. I absorbed every single thing that Timothy Sykes had to say. I absorbed it all. And then from Tim Sykes, Deckmar Trades. Deckmar Trades was the guy that really put everything together for me. Because with his live stream trading, I subscribed. Before he was at Tradecaster, he had his own website. And he would stream with Cognito or something. This was back, what, 3.5, 4 years ago? And it was like $100 a month. And every day he would stream and trade and talk about the market. So I was with him doing that for 1 year. And he really put everything into perspective for me and broke it all down. So I give Tim Sykes and Deckmar Trades a lot of credit for really establishing myself and putting it all together. Sure, there was multiple other sources that's helped along the way, like Investors Underground. They've helped me out a lot. Their DVD textbook, Tandem Trader, really helped me. And seeing how a trader actually looks at these charts and trades these charts and breaks them down. Chat with traders, just listening to experienced traders and their beliefs and how they perceive the market, talk about all of that stuff. There's a few more as well, but Kevin McCann, June 25th is your birthday. Nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed my story, and this is who Mr. Wolf is, right here. So I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and today I just got really, really pumped up. I really did. Because just looking back at everything that I went through and everything I've achieved so far, and looking at what I've created here at Trading Learning 101 and watching this grow every day, and then dealing with haters that come around. I don't really pay too much attention. I just delete their comment because it's not worth my time. But it really baffles me that somebody would go out of their way to take a crap on what somebody else is working on and trying to help others. That really baffles me. Like, you really have to be miserable with your life to do something like that, for real. And it reminds me of this guy I used to work with. He would show up, he was a dispatcher, and he would show up every single day and not say a word to anybody. He wouldn't say hi, how you doing? A really intimidating aura he would give off. You wouldn't even want to approach the guy to ask him a question. And when you did, he made you feel like a little ant because he'd make you feel like a retard. But he would be so unprofessional and unapproachable. And it's just all about who you surround yourself with. You know, nobody wants to be around somebody like that. You know, you want to be around people that are outgoing, people that are going to make you laugh, because we all know laughter cures a lot. It makes you feel good when you laugh. Chase Dawson asked, now that you've had success in day trading, could you ever imagine doing anything else? I wouldn't say I'm at the top of where I want to be as a trader. I'm on my way, still in my journey. If there's anything else, I don't know. We don't know what road lies ahead in our lifetime. You know, do I want to continue doing this for the rest of my life? Currently, right now, that's a big 100% yes. I love what I do. I love day trading and trading stocks, and I love educating people and teaching people about the stock market. I love making these videos. I love running this community here on Discord. So outside of this, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I would imagine myself doing anything else. I really don't. It's up in the air. That's like the whole purpose in life. Like, you're supposed to find what your purpose is in life and what you're passionate about. And the sad reality, a lot of people go their whole life not even finding what their purpose was or is because they didn't look, they didn't try hard enough, they have regret. And some people do find what they're passionate about. And some people may think that they found what they're passionate about, but later on down the road, they've come to find out it wasn't actually what they were passionate about. They found it later on through, what they really got into, if that makes sense. It's a lot of psychology, thinking and thoughts. It really is. And that's why a lot of people fail in the market because they don't work on themselves. They don't monitor their thoughts. They don't think ahead. People just live in the now. They live right now. Caribou Lucky says haters gonna hate. They never actually do what it takes. That's a big reason. Or they've tried and they failed. And now that they see that somebody else is actually making it and doing it, they feel resentment because they weren't able to do that. So they feel like they need to pull that person back down to their level. It's just human nature. Human nature never changes. It never does. And that's what I preach a lot about as a trader. You study human nature, you study history. You see a lot of things happen over and over and over again. The only thing that changes is technology, the way we communicate with each other. Technology is growing at an exponential rate. The internet is still new. So the thing with GameStop right now, Robinhood, the stock market, they're investigating and looking into that and coming out with new restrictions possibly. It's because they don't know how to put filters on the internet. Like, I've heard talks. They're going to start monitoring stocks by monitoring mentions on social media. So if you go to like, and Trade Ideas has had this tool for a long time. Where is it at on here? It's called like social media mentions or something. But it measures social media and it tracks how many times these stocks have been mentioned on social media. I'm not seeing it. They used to have it on here. See if I go to like now trending. I could bring this over and they'd have like a social media. I can't find it right now. But it used to be a scanner. It would scan through Twitter, Facebook, StockTwits. And when you see people put that money sign with the ticker, like on Twitter, we'll bring up Twitter. So if you search for the money sign SPY, the S&P 500, click enter, it'll pull up everybody that's mentioned that specific ticker, SPY. You could go from top, latest, photos. See, and when you scroll through, all of these people are mentioning that ticker. So it's a tag. So the SEC and the NASDAQ thought it'd be a good idea to start tracking how these social media platforms are pumping up these meme stocks and, low float stocks, because it is market manipulation. It really is. It goes back from boiler rooms, email promotions. It's the same thing, but now with social media. That's all it is. But we're gonna end this, guys, and then give me like a half hour, and then we're gonna go back live, and we're gonna go through charts and prepare for Money Monday. Sound like a plan? So give me like a half hour. We'll get something to eat, take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll compile a list for Monday. All right, guys? So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Join the Trading Learning 101 community where we all grow as traders and investors. And if you want to be a part of the Discord group, down in the video description below, there should be a link. It says Discord here. Join the Discord group. For the most part, it's absolutely free to join. But if you want to be a member, you have to become a member on the YouTube channel. So you go to my YouTube channel, you click this join button right here. From there, you get an intro video explaining everything that's provided. You have two options. You have the day trading masterclass for $50 a month. Comes with the masterclass, once a month class, access to the Discord chat room. You get member only videos. We do member study group sessions and live stream trading on Fridays in the Discord. Or if you just want to be a part of the Discord, it's a dirt cheap, just $20 a month to be a part of the Discord community at Trading Learning 101. I want to filter it out like this because I want dedicated people. I want dedicated students. I want people that actually want to take this seriously. So by charging a small, little tiny fee, you're showing me you want to take this seriously and you're not going to waste my time or any of the members' time. Because we all know